Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. How are you? I'm not at home right now, but you probably knew. Sorry, that's a different thing. That's from the 80s. How are you doing? It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. And what's going on? What's new? What's happening? What's shaking? What's cooking? Excuse me for a moment. That was my baby. My baby fell, so I just have to go and make sure my baby's okay. Banjo said, I'm out. So my banjo fell over. That's why I picked it up, because it just decided to fall over. I need to make sure it's okay. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. I'll make you so lonely, baby. I'll make you so lonely. I'll make you so lonely you could die. I love Elvis, by the way. I actually have been practicing the banjo again. That is a true statement. I have to make sure this is all okay. Oh, that's one for his baby, one more for them. So, how are you? We're playing Rain World today, and our big goal is to get food. You know what? Does this need a new battery? Is that my life with this? Oh, the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. On M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fenner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Voltail, 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 Baltail, banana, fana, for Voltail, fee, fi, mo, maltiel. Voltail, lone coup, bone coup, banana, fana, for phone coup, fee, fi, mo, mon coup. Lone cool, the name game. Hey, also, would it actually be like Lone cool? Because it's German. Hey. Also, yeah, Krillin, how are you doing physically? What Trooper's goal is to get food without chat badgering him? I believe it when it happens. Hey. So, my little, thing is looking kind of dim. I'm going to tune my banjo.
Name game.
The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B on F, on M will appear. And then I say boo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters, no, I'll wait. D-dice, deck dice, deck dice, deck dice, deck dice, bo, beck dice, banana, fanner, fo, feck dice, fee, fi, mo, mech dice. Mech, deck dice, Arty snack, bo, party snack, banana, fanner, fo, farty snack, fee, fi, mo, marty snack. Arty snack, Nephilim, bo, bethlehem, banana, fanner, fo, feflum, fee, fi, mo, mephilim. Nephilim, But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. I like Bob, drop the B's, Bo, or Fred, drop the F's, fo, red, or Mary, drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Miguel Classico, bo, Miguel Classico, banana, fanner, fo, Miguel Classico, fee, fi, mo, Miguel Classico. Miguel Classico, El Furious, bo, Bel Furious, banana, fanner, fo, fel Furious, fee, fi, mo, Mel Furiosa. El Furious, the name game. Woo! Also, I just feel like my mic's too hot. All right, that should be better, I think. I feel like that should be better. Hey, everybody. You haven't been playing out, you haven't played No Man's Sky in ages? Well, I see. How's it doing? How's it going on over there in the No Man's Sky? Have people had the sky? So also, time of gifts. Thank you so much for all those gift subs. And also, thank you, Voltiel and Lone Ku for resubbing. I appreciate it. Yeah, like, it's one of those things where you turn around and you're like, wow, what's going on? Anyway, so I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Krellin says, most of the sickness is gone, but my legs, feet are weirdly numb now. Oh. That's no good. Put on a stream with drops in the background and always end with a new ship. So, I am just, while we're chatting here, I thought so, gonna just tune up my baby, because my baby fell over. You know what's amazing? That Rhiannon Giddens is on that new Beyonce track. And apparently, Renaissance, the album that came before this, is like one of a trilogy where she's revisiting various genres of music. Which, listen to that. That's terrible. I don't need my tuner to know that's terrible. Well, that feels good. Your banjo falls over, and all of a sudden it needs to be retuned. It's in. Do you think Jay-Z spends too much money and they need this album drop? Maybe. I mean, he likes to brag about spending lots of money, so I mean, it's possible. So here's the thing. We're playing the Rain World today, but I did have
Name game.
The name game to sing. You know what I mean? First, the name game. Come on, everybody. I say that let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say boo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foam. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Atomica, 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 banana, fana, foof, atomica, fee, fi, mo, atomica. Atomica, the name game. Woo! Thank you for that resub, Atomica. You are here. Oh, guess what? I got a special new emote that I didn't have before. That's cool. I didn't have that one. Neat. Let's see. I find it funny that country stations are upset and won't play our new track, but they all fell in love with that wide cut covering fast car. Yeah. Genres. Jay-Z is the only person who can look bored and sad on a jet ski. I worry about him a little bit, that's all. Troopers here just sitting back and going to show us he got the beats to all of us. So, hey, Scarlet Rose. So here's the thing. I've got things to show you all before we start the Rain World. And my banjo fell over, and it fell over. So Colonel's like, have you been practicing the banjo again? And actually the answer is yes. I've been trying, because, I do this thing where I work in blocks of, I do 50 minutes of work and then 20 minutes of break, the Pomodoro method. And I either do 25-minute Pomodoros or 50-minute Pomodoros. And in those 20-minute breaks, I try not to work. So I'll try to, I've been trying to play the banjo again or stretch. I need to stretch my wrists. Nonetheless. Anyway, so I've been, just playing the banjo again, because I really need to get myself back there. I'm also not in practice. But, so here's the thing. I've been messing around with this song. And it's a bit tricky because it's actually too high. And so I transposed it over to G. And if I put it in G, so basically I can either keep it in the original key and sing it an octave lower, which is fine, then I've got everything. But the problem is, then while I can sing it in that key, it's... Okay, so here's the thing. The song has got tension in it. You know what I mean? The song has got this kind of vocal tension to it, and there's this moment where it flips into the head voice, and then it flips even higher than that. So if I sing an octave lower, then I don't flip into my head voice in that one moment, which gives it too relaxed of a vibe. But then I can hit the big octave jump. If I transpose it, then I get to the head voice flip, which is really good because it feels better. It matches the tone, but then the octave jump is just too high. So I'm kind of stuck in between two different keys and trying to figure out where I want to go with it. You mean R&B isn't Rednecks and Budweiser? No. Maybe. Well, actually, sometimes it is. There's a great album from the 90s called Country Rhythm and Blues, which are duets between country artists and rhythm and blues artists. And Trisha Yearwood and Aaron Neville have this wonderful, and they're doing either country or R&B songs, classics. And Trisha Yearwood and Aaron Neville have a beautiful cover of I Fall to Pieces. Travis Tritt and Patti LaBelle have got a great duet, and theirs is When Something Is Wrong With My Baby. Very nice. Reba McEntire and Natalie Cole just do a big old diva off on When You Just I Get You made me leave my happy home. When I Fell for You. That's the name of that song. When I Fell for You. Little Richard and Tanya Tucker have a duet together that is wild. Yeah, that one's wild. Anyway, it's a great album. It's a great album. I recommend it. It's from the 90s. Let's see. Well, the definition of country is white music, and the definition of R&B is black music, right? Well, yes. Even though that's just ridiculous, but that's, I mean, Carlin says that, and it was those two charts were, because remember, a lot of these are marketing categories, right? I mean, they become identity categories, but they are also marketing categories. And originally, those two genres were called, so on the Billboard charts, there were only three charts. There was the pop music chart, the popular music chart, or the Hot 100, or the Hit Parade, whatever everybody was calling it at the time. And the chart that we now call the R&B chart was originally called the race music chart. And what we call sort of the country charts was originally called the hillbilly charts, right? So those two charts, those names are not made by the people who listen to that music, by the way. They were originally race and hillbilly, and then Jerry Wexler, like in '49 maybe, I think it was sometime 48. I'm pretty sure it was in the 40s. Post-World War II was like, oh, we should probably change the name of those charts. And so they changed them from the race music chart and the hillbilly chart to the rhythm and blues and country and western charts. But those were just, they're like rhythm and, like, what do we change the name, the race music chart, what do we change it to? We're like, well, black people have rhythm and they like the blues, so rhythm and blues. And we call the hillbilly chart, well, okay, well, I mean, I suppose there's music from the country and also there's all that western cowboy music, so country and western, right? So they just basically, both of those categories are just sort of complicated categories. Is what I'm going to say about that one. Yeah. Vulpus says, Aaron Neville can read the phone book and be great. Yeah, he's got his voice. Scarlet Rose says, I love R&B, folk rock, and bluegrass, especially when there's a storytelling element to the lyrics. Yeah, and the thing is, blues, folk, bluegrass, country, like, a lot of this is just all from the same place, and the people who made that music all talked to each other, you know? But people do not want to remember that people talk to each other. I got to see the Neville Brothers and B.B. King at an outdoor concert. That's amazing. Oh, wow. I'm jealous of you, Baron. I'm jealous. Talk about a diva off. Little Richard and 90s Teen. Yeah, Vulpes. That was a diva off. It was amazing. That was amazing. You met Bo Diddley in a little dive bar in Seattle that you wandered into with your mother in the 90s. Oh my gosh. Y'all have seen some amazing people. That's great. I am jealous, but not in a bad way. Like, happy for you too, you know? So, I've been practicing, just like not super dedicated, but just trying to get some banjo in. You know what I mean? Just trying to get some singing time in, because it's a lot. Like, I'm sorry I was late for stream today, but I had to talk to one of my work colleagues about something, and we have to have a Zoom meeting about same said thing tomorrow. It's nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not in trouble or anything like that, but I am. Yeah. I'm not in trouble. It's not about me. But there's some larger questions that need to be discussed, and I'm gonna read chat. Yeah, because post-Reconstruction people put up walls and never mingled and intermixed in the South. Sarcasm. Yeah, and also you know, I'm just saying, there's a lot of fantasy about the past that people like to indulge in. Often people not from those spaces. But, you know, it's cool. Crown says, you met little Richard, oh my gosh, on a plane because he was in first class, but his cousin was in the back, coached by my mother. Oh my gosh. He did stay in his seat while coach deplaned and shook hands with everybody passing by, though. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, PB, how are you? It's so good to see you. Hey, Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat is like making a new map. I'm so excited. So look, I've been just kind of like strumming on my banjo. And this is not ready. And again, I'm still torn between two different keys. Like, the key where everything fits in my vocal register, but it's too low. Not too low for my vocal register because I can sing it, but it doesn't get the vibe of the song. Or this one where I can get most of it. So anyway, Yeah, I threw it on the floor, so I had to check it before I wrecked it. Make sure that it didn't. You know what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing this song as one of our like pre-game surprises, and then I want to show you two other things. That's all. This was not the real thing. I had two things, but this was not the real thing. I was going to show you other things. But now I can't show them to you because my banjo's on my knee. And if your banjo's on your knee, then it gets in the way of showing people things. You know what I mean? And then that's like super awkward. So then you just have to then do it. Stuck. I'm happy to see it's still good. No, it's still good. I was really worried. And I didn't throw it on the floor. It just spontaneously decided to jump out of its case and just fall over all by itself. That's what happened.
We're in the money.
So, Volpez! So Volpez just donated bits, you know. And whenever we get bits, I sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I sing it in Pig Latin. So I'm going to do that first. Earway and hey, the anime. Earway and hey, the anime. Eweat gale at way of way at way at way x to tit gale young way o. Airway and hey the anime. E the ice skates are on say. Old me and the 80 and pray we are a ooh three us down way young ray. Ewe if me eat ray at lay on say e of way at Brian say oot day. And we see the end the order will look left the eye get right in the eye. We're in the money. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you for those bits. That is kind and generous and awesome. So, the song is by Concrete Blonde, because I've been just like in a Concrete Blonde mood recently. And I'm going to go for the key that is too high to get the octave jump, but that is still high enough to get the tension in the voice that I think is good for the song. And then will let me do this sort of like head voice flip in this little... Anyway, you'll find out. One day we need we need talented here to draw. Oh, the earwig and the hay anime? Yeah. You're a great nerd to know. Oh, thanks, Scarlett. You know, I've been thinking about... So I'm teaching history of rock and roll again, right? And I get a lot of people who are like really invested in rock and roll, and you know I'm very critical of rock and roll, not like the music itself, but the way people talk about it. And I really mean rock is what I'm really critical of, because people talk about it in weird, gross ways. And as I was teaching it this semester, I just did a bunch of like reorganizing. I spent way too much time reorganizing that class. Don't worry about it. And I'm teaching the 50s, and there's a thing that's always been sort of bugged me a little bit. And I sort of just reorganized things a little bit, so it's making me I was pretty happy about it. And the thing is, people really like talking smack about Elvis and how like he's an appropriator and like he just stole black music, and there's a lot of like Elvis hate. And the thing is that the people who run our media systems, the boomers, never really cared about Elvis in the first place, or Little Richard, or Chuck Berry, because all of that was they were too young for all of that. So if you look at the Rolling Stone magazine's list of like the greatest of artists of all time, blah, 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 it's mostly from 64 to 75. There are very few of the classic rock and rollers on that list at all. It's mostly just like their people, right? So you have like these people who are like the progenitors of this whole entire genre they're sort of into, who are not in the top 20 of their list, which is pretty weird. But this is also part about, so this is the thing, right? I've been thinking about this a lot as I was redoing it, and I sort of moved the folk lecture back into the 50s. So basically I just sort of very, very explicitly broke my class into decades. So it's like, okay, these 4 lectures are in this decade, these are in this decade, so that they have a sort of a sense of the timeline. And what's really interesting to me, I follow some black folks on Twitter, and every time Elvis comes up, I just have to bite my tongue and not tag Trooper in. No, because Elvis has become something that... Oh, Bloodletting is such a great album. Elvis has become something that, to younger generations, that he's not, because they actually don't know much about it. And I was thinking about this a lot, actually, as I was just, because we just finished up the 50s unit on Thursday. And we did like rock and roll doo-wop, which is actually still rock and roll. Then we did the folk revival. And the whole thing was about Huok and McCarthyism and containment culture of the 1950s, sort of the conservatism of the 1950s. Mexican Moon's also a really good album. And it's really easy to track Elvis because the boomers never liked him in the first place, you know? And also by attacking Elvis, you obscure other things that happened. So I think it's important to remember that Elvis Presley is not Pat Boone, right? Elvis Presley is Pentecostal. He grew up in a black church. He grew up in the same area where all the other music was being made. So he's actually sort of like in this tradition. And the first 45 that he came out with had, That's Right Little Mama by Arthur Crudup. And everyone's like, see, he's stealing black music. But the flip side was Blue Moon of Kentucky by Bill Monroe, which was originally a bluegrass tune. And what he did was he was merging both of those styles, right, into something different. As a lot of people were, a lot of people were in this kind of interesting mixed space between country and rhythm and blues, and they're sort of creating this sort of new thing out of it. And he was not that kind of appropriator. And people want to frame it as, oh, well, he got to be famous because he was white and white society just felt really comfortable with a white guy doing black music, and so therefore he's the worst. Except that also is just not true. White society was not comfortable with him at all in any way. And I was sort of talking about this when rock and roll emerges in 45, 55. And I'm going to note that, of course, there were other sounds that sounded almost exactly like rock and roll before rock and roll emerged. But rock and roll itself is actually sort of not just a genre category. It's also about an audience base. Scarlet Rose says, I wish more people knew Colonel Tom Parker and his influence and turned Elvis into a merchandise empire that he primarily benefited from. Well, the thing is, Elvis died bankrupt, basically, right? He was 18 and poor with no lawyers, you know what I mean? But that's the case for everybody. All those artists back then got really screwed over really badly. But there's just a lot going on there, right? So one is that right, to rewind. One of the things I think is really hard for people to sort of get their mind around is that we really live in a post 1960s ways of thinking about music, where we think, oh, that's so and so's song, that's so and so's song, and people are like, yeah, Elvis stole Big Mama Thornton's song, Hound Dog. Isn't that so terrible? Except that it's not Big Mama Thornton's song, it's Lieber and Stoler's song. And before the 1960s, most singers did not write their own music. Most singers sang songs written by professional songwriters, and those professional songwriters would shop those songs off to lots of people. So you would have everybody and their mother sang My Funny Valentine. Do you know what I mean? It was one of those things where it was pretty standard for there to be lots and lots of, basically you couldn't really have covers if you didn't have an original. And lots of people sing the same songs. And Elvis did not steal that song from Big Mama Thornton, who did not write that song. He did a cover of it just like people did covers. And so that was still the standard norm in the 1950s. That changes in the 1960s when bands write their own music for the most part, and then people sort of attach songs to that singer. But that wasn't really how people thought about it in the 50s. So he didn't actually steal the song. He also didn't. And also, he was very upfront about his influences. He's like, I'm not as good as Fats Domino, that kind of thing. He was, very upfront about those things. But he's also doing his own thing, as is Little Richard and Chuck Berry. They're all doing their own stuff. I think even Carole King would agree the definitive version of You Got a Friend is James Taylor's. It's not like he did it without a permission. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, Dolly Parton loves it when people cover her stuff, right? How dare McDonald steal Mac the Knife from Bobby Darin? Right, these things are licensed. And did Big Mama Thornton get underpaid? Yes, she did. Is that Elvis's fault? No, actually, it's her record company's fault. But that's also how it worked. People would just hire musicians, and we still do this today with session musicians, by the way. Right, this thing has not changed. It's just that the singers were also just another session musician at the time. So anyway. I really emphasize this time because I've really been thinking about this, right? So when Elvis became popular in the 55, right, 54, 55, when rock and roll became popular. What was rock and roll? Rock and roll was a term coined by the DJ Alan Freed, who was marketing, they would say marketing black music to white teenagers. And that's reductive, but fair enough, right? Or at least it's part of the problem. Because the rock and roll as a genre is not just exclusively a black genre. It's this kind of interesting mix of stuff coming out of black and working class spaces. But anyway, so when this music starts getting pulled over, right? So when rock and roll starts happening, I think, yeah, most artists are getting underpaid. Yeah. Yeah, he did. I mean, half of his stuff was taken by Colonel Tom Parker, and he didn't. Anyway, so the thing is that with rock and roll, what I think people really forget, and this is the thing that I think it's really tricky about the kind of critique that's being made by boomers, especially about this early generates. And there's another reason for it, but whatever. So here's the thing. When Elvis became popular, I think it's really important to note that it was illegal for black and white people to dance together in most of the country, right? I mean, not in all parts of like the North, but certainly throughout the South, where Elvis is from. Lots of parts of the Midwest, like we still had segregation, right? We still had Jim Crow segregation, and we had just had, so Elvis emerges, right? Rock and roll emerges at the exact same time as Brown v. Board of Education happens, saying that segregation is illegal, and then the South basically does Southern massive resistance and says we refuse to abide by the civil rights, by the Supreme Court. So there's this retrenchment of segregation that's happening right at 54, 55, exactly when Elvis and the rest, and Chuck Berry and the rest of those rock and rollers hit the mainstream. So we have the rise, the reemergence of the Ku Klux Klan again, segregation being doubled down on, and really intense, it's just like racially really bad at this moment, right? And what and I think it's really important to remember that rock and roll, not rock, but rock and roll, 54, 55 to let's say 60, 61, is a genre that has black people in it, white people in it, Latino people in it, Asian people in it, women in it, queer people in it. Rock and roll as a genre is Elvis, it's Chuck Berry, it's Richie Valens, it's the Kim sisters, it's Brenda Lee, it's Wanda Jackson. It's like a huge number of people are it's like the Del Vikings, it's the Chantels, it's the Penguins, right? It's this hugely and a lot of these artists, some of them are older, but some of them are also just 18, right? So it's this moment of a bunch of young people of a lot of different races who are all coming together, creating this kind of mixed sound. And they are, like, if you look at 1950s media for how people are supposed to behave, it's not appropriate to wear jeans. It's not appropriate to wear leather jackets or to have your hair like that or to listen to that kind of music. Like if you listen to rock and roll, you were considered a juvenile delinquent, right? And the song, the first big into the national consciousness rock and roll song was "Rock Round the Clock." 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock by Bill Haley in the Comets. And where did everyone get to hear that song? They got to hear it as like the song that was being used to advertise the film Blackboard Jungle, which is about juvenile delinquents who are just like running around beating people and terrible, right? So rock and roll was associated with juvenile delinquency, and it was associated very, very strongly with race mixing, right? And basically defying segregation. And hey, KY, and we're gonna, I got it. And the thing about rock and roll, and that people forget, we're talking about the Elvis era rock and roll, is that there was a city in New Jersey that banned all rock and roll. Places were banning rock and roll. The Ku Klux Klan and White Citizens Councils, they all came out against it. They're like, people like Elvis and Little Richard, these things are terrible because it's all about like infecting white people with black rhythms, and that's the worst. And they thought it was a communist plot to undermine the values of America. And like, it is not true that America was like, ooh, we're so happy that there's a white guy singing black music. Yay, Elvis. They're like, oh my God, this is terrible, right? And one of the things about rock and roll, not rock, but rock and roll, is that especially like Alan Freed, is they'd have these concerts, and then you have black and white teenagers dancing together, which was illegal in many places and got people arrested. And rock and roll was this a very, very challenging kind of music in the context of what was happening with America racially. And the thing about rock and roll is they got rid of it, right? They've drafted Elvis, then he was gone. He didn't come back, like, he was gone. They took him out. They arrested Chuck Berry for white slavery, which basically they accused him of being a pimp to white women. And my understanding is that's actually not at all what happened, that he had a nightclub that he owned, and there was a waitress who worked there who I think was also having sex with men for money. But he was like on tour all the time. He didn't even know anything about it, but of course they used that to arrest him. Little Richard became born again and left rock and roll. Big Bopper, Richie Valens, and Buddy Holly died in that plane crash. But also Alan Freed, who was like the big architect of bringing together like race mixing in this way. He had his radio show. He also did a TV show called The Big Beat, which was like American Bandstand. But unlike American Bandstand, you had black and white teenagers dancing together on TV. And so they canceled him. They got him in the Payola scandal. They totally drummed him out of the business. And actually, they arrested him in Boston when he was one of these rock and roll shows. He was a concert promoter too, and he would bring all these rock and roll artists back, black and white and different races, together on these big tours. And when he went up to Boston, the police were like super everywhere in the show, and every time teenagers tried to dance, they would like attack the teenagers. And he said, "Oh man, the police don't want to give any fun." And there was a riot, and then he was arrested, and he got kicked out of the industry. Dick Clark, who did not have any racial mixing on his show, was not kicked out of the industry, right? So by the end of the 1950s, so for about we had rock and roll for like 5-6 years. And then by the end of that time period, by like 60, 61, 62, the forces of conformity got rid of all of the people who were in rock and roll. They got rid of all of them. They were like, we do not like this. We find this way too threatening, far too upsetting, and they got rid of them all. And then we get rock. And by the way, they're doing the exact same thing with the folk musicians. At the same time period that all these rock and roll musicians are like getting like sort of suppressed and attacked. At the same time, they're bringing up Paul Robeson, Pete Seeger in front of the House Un-American Activities Committee and accusing them of being communists and going against America, and then blacklisting them and ruining their careers so they don't get to work for like over a decade. So we have in this moment in the mid to late 50s where all of these sort of artists who are seen as being far too challenging to the system all get destroyed. And Elvis comes back, but of course it's too late. And what ends up happening is that we get the rock era, which starts in like basically 1964, which when rock reemerges, right, after the destruction of rock and roll, it's almost exclusively white and male, right? We end up getting a bunch of white artists singing black music, and they're almost all British, and then a bunch of other people coming in, but we don't have people of color anymore, and all the women are gone. And so there's this way in which and of course, this emerges, right? 64, the civil rights movement is going to go sort of split, and all of a sudden, they push. Yeah, so I find it somewhat perverse to attack Elvis when like the Rolling Stones are right there, right? And it's like about the structures that the sort of mixing of black and white that was happening in rock and roll, and the kind of rebellion that was happening against 50s conformity in the middle of McCarthyism was just too much, and they stopped it, right? They stomped that out real bad. And then what we get instead is a kind of rock music that isn't doing that work anymore, that is no longer about mixing people in those ways at all. And that's the stuff that we're like, ooh, how like rebellious and dangerous. And like no one talks smack about those folks. They go on and on about Elvis. And there are reasons for that too. Some of the reasons I just think are ridiculous. But part of it is that in the 1970s, there was a 1950s revival where everyone's like, oh, wasn't it so great in the 1950s? Everybody was so happy with the 1950s when like nobody was happy with the 1950s. And also the people saying that only wanted to were really just upset with punk and disco and all of that. And they wanted to do their American Graffiti situation. It's weird nostalgia. But that wasn't actually what Elvis was doing. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it was a really unfair take on the whole matter, and we've sort of lived with that since then. And I will just note that Elvis was a crossover success. He actually charted on the rhythm and blues charts, which meant that black people were listening to him, and that is not the case with the 60s rockers. Anyway, it's like bad history. Bad history. My guess is Tomorrow Windy. I think. Oh, Vulpes, I play Tomorrow Windy actually. But that was not the song I was practicing. I actually really love Tomorrow Windy in the banjo. It's really good. It does sound very good. It's a good one. It's a good one on the banjo. Yes. Okay. So this happened a lot with comedy too. Cops just waiting to break up. Yes, Atomic. They did. They would just walk right in. Yeah. No, it's true. Oh, Happy Birthday is a great song. That's a great song. Dick Clark, the Pat Boone of yeah. Dick Clark. Whatever. Dick Clark. Whatever. Dick Clark. No. You have until 2:30. Rissa, you said you have until 2:30. So that this is a banjo. So I was working on this new for me, not new for me, but like a new Concrete Balloon song. I'm gonna play it, and again, remember, I'm still in a spot where the key of it is not exactly, you know what I mean? It's not exactly where it needs to be. But here we go. Play Wonderwall. Wonderwall. You're supposed to say Freebird. You know what I mean? That D's off. I don't like that. I really think I need like a new battery on this. That's not right. Good enough. I'm curious how good a rendition of House of the Rising Sun you can pull off on that. You know, House of the Rising Sun was my go-to karaoke tunes, as a matter of fact. I used to do that in karaoke all the time. It was my go-tos, actually. I never asked for Freebird. Saw the best reply to Ska show years ago. Cars flipped off the crowd saying, "Don't charge for this one." Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Say it's all too much. The thrill has long been gone. Well, I thought you could. Yes, I thought you could. And you thought you could too. It's a place and time where the years are piled up high. But never mind, it's time to crash and burn or fly. And I thought you could, you know, I thought you could, and I thought you could too. Go to sleep now, go on dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime I'll find a way. Some say easy come, some say easy go. Some say time flies too fast, others say it drags on all too slow. Well, I thought you could, yes, I thought you could, I know you thought you could too. But you never find how to start all over again. Remember, I was one who tried to be a friend to you, and you will know I tried. You will know I tried, and I know you tried too. Go Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime I'll find a way. I need to get to the chords for that bridge. Excuse me. I'm sorry, this is the transition part that's really tricky right here. You have to forgive me for this one. Go to sleep. Nah, we're here. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't it easy? Is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime I'll find a way. So the thing is, right, that the key that it's actually written in is here, right? So it's actually written. Also, what is that doing? So the actual key, if I sing it like it's here, say it's been too hard, say it's been too long, say it's all too much, the thrill has long been gone, and I thought you could, yes I thought you could, and I thought you could too. Right, that's the original key. So if I played in the original key but did it an octave lower, say it's been too hard, say it's been too long, say it's all too much, the thrill has long been gone. Well, I thought you could, yes I thought you could, and I thought you could too. But it's a place and time, the years behind are piled up high. But never mind, it's time to crash and burn or fly. Well, I thought you could. So I thought you could, and I thought you could too. Go to sleep. See, right here, I don't hit my head voice there. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime I'll find a way. Some say easy come, some say easy go. Sometimes tries, some say time flies by too fast. So they'll say it drags on all too slow. But I thought you could, you know I thought you could, and you thought you could too. But if you never find the heart to start all over again, but I was one who tried to be a friend to you, but I know I tried. Yes, I know I tried, and I know you tried too. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray sometime I'll find a way. Now this becomes important because after the bridge, we flip upwards, right? Right, and then this is where it comes in. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope. Oh, we heard. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope. And I hope, and I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime I'll find a way. Right, so like the thing is, it's like, that's the thing about Concrete Blonde. Jeanette Napolitano likes to do a big old octave jump, and I'm like, oof. So she sings low, which is good, but she doesn't, it's like, it's the tricky part where like, I personally feel like the tension in the first part of the song, like I just think this here. Go to sleep now, go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? I feel like that actually just sounds better because in the song she actually does jump into her head voice in that moment, and I think it gives a really good character. I like it better than go to sleep now, go on, dream away. Isn't easy. Right, so I think that it's better in the first part, but starting in that first part makes it really high to get into that other section, right, which is the, here it's, go to sleep now, go to sleep now, go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? Right, because if I put it back in the key that I like it in, it would be, go to sleep now. Anyway, it's much higher, right? And it's only the second part where they pop up, and I can probably just do an octave transposition for that second part. But the point is, like, I just feel like it's better in G than an octave transposed down in C. Anyway, that's what I've been working with. I've been just like going back and forth between those two keys for a while, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that because, yeah. That's what I say. Boris is Volpez. Chad is like they couldn't hear you sing along. Such a good song, though, right? Yeah, it's written in a higher key, but her voice is deeper, but more gravelly. So dropping off to works fine. Yeah, but I think I like in that middle spot. You know what I mean? So I actually just think it works better in terms of matching the tension in her voice. If you're like, say it's been too hard, say it's been too long, because she's not super low. She's like low-ish, but not super low, which is like, this is like a, so okay, so here's the thing, just music for a moment, right? There's the notes that you sing, but it's also where those notes fit in your tessitura, which is like within your range. So if I sing, say it's been too hard, say it's been too long. So I'm sitting like, it's not particularly high in my range, but it's not low either. It's like a little mid. Say it's been too hard, which is actually where she's at. When she sings about there. Now if I go, so if I do this is the original key. And she's like, say it's been too hard, say it's been too long. Now that's where she's at. Those are the notes she's singing, but for her, that's lowering her voice. But it's not as low as this in my tessitura. Say it's been too hard. Oh no. Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Now, I can sing there. That's actually not uncomfortable for me. That's fine. But that's lower in my tessitura than it is in her tessitura. She's not actually singing in this part of her voice. Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. She's actually singing the equivalent. If we're gonna like match, she's singing basically here. Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Different notes, but like that's where you place. Like if this here, right, is my voice, right? Like this is my chest voice, this is my head voice, right? This is my voice. She is singing like. All right, well, you do this because it's easier because it doesn't move, right? So if this is the tessitura, right? This is the top of the voice, this is the bottom of the voice. Oh, I should reverse that. Okay, this is the bottom of the voice, this is the top of the voice. And let's just say that the banjo, the fifth string here, is the break between your head and your chest voice. So this is all chest and this is all head. She's singing like around here is where she's singing. And if I sing in her key and transpose it down an octave, I'm singing here. If I transpose it from C to G, then I will be singing here, which means that, because here's the important point, when you go to sleep now, this is what that's about is flipping between your chest voice and your head voice. So if I bring it down here, then I actually don't flip between my head and my chest. I go to sleep. Basically, I don't. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Yeah, there you go. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Which is nice. It's fine. I can write, but I don't actually get the flip between registers, right? And part of what makes that line feel lonely, right? Because it has a little bit of a loneliness to it, has a kind of a sadness to it. And part of that is the flip between your chest and your head. And if I bring it down here, then I actually don't flip between my chest and my head. So I don't like that. I feel like it misses something that's kind of important to the texture of the song if I bring it down here. But if I bring it down here, then I get to do the second, because so it's like, go to sleep now, go on, dream away. It's kind of like a yodely thing. Isn't easy, is it, babe? Which I love. But then the second part of the song, she goes, I'm going to change the key here. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And that particular like melodic shift is so beautiful. I love it. But if I sing it up here, that's not going to work out because then it's actually too high to get the shape of it. It's because there's like a because what she does is she just powers through and just belts it. So she basically pushes it to sing in her chest voice, but it's too high. If I sing in my transposed key, it's too high to belt in my chest voice. So I have to go into my head voice to get that part, but I don't like how it sounds in my head voice because that part doesn't get the vibe anyway. So I'm kind of stuck in between these two keys, and I don't know which one I want to do it in because I like everything up to the last bridge in the transposed key, but I like the last bridge in the octave down. So anyway, it's like a you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna keep like stressing about it and like I'm gonna keep going back and forth and see what I can do. Personally, I like the deeper interpretation. It makes it more a personal feeling than almost singing like a lullaby to a loved one. A nice lullaby to send you off on death. So you have to make it on your own. Yeah. Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Say it's all too much. The thrill has long been gone. Well, I thought you could. I thought you could. E minor. No, you thought you could too. Volpa says he likes it better this way than they think. But it's a place and time where the words are piled up high. But never mind, it's time to crash and burn or fly. Well, I thought you could. You know, I thought you could. F. No, I thought you could too. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? G. And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime we'll find a way. Some say easy come, some say easy go. Some say time's by too fast, some say it drags on all too slow. Well, I thought you could, you know, I thought you could. You know, you thought you could too. That place but if you never find the heart to start all over again, remember I was one, trying to be a friend to you, and well, I know I tried. Yes, I know I tried, and I know you tried too. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime we'll find a way. I'm gonna see what I feel like coming out of this bridge. Let me see how I feel about it. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope isn't easy, is it, babe? And there I'm in a G. I think I should probably go. Is it, babe? And I hope I'll go up the neck. And I hope, and I dream, and I pray. If I go up the neck, I might find that better. That sometime we'll find a way. I'm gonna work on that transition. I'm gonna think about it. Nice relaxing before. Okay, so for the record, you did mention Tomorrow Wendy, and I do have it, and then we're gonna play. But I actually have to find it because I always forget. I haven't played it in a while, so I just need to. What are my chords here? Because I also think I transposed it. Did I? Did I transpose this? Did I transpose this? No, I didn't do it there. Did I do it here? Didn't do it there. I think I transposed this, but I don't know what I transposed it to. I should maybe make a note about that in the future. So let me see. Did I do it in G? C, F, G, C, F, G. Did I do a fifth up? So that would be... No, I didn't do that. I'm skeptical. No, I don't do that. Yes. It's all about like where, what, because there's like a running line here, and you have to get the right. You've got to decide where you want to. It's all about your look. It's all about your roles. Like, how do you? What roles are you doing? What kind of role are you doing? So the thing is, there is a shape to the chord progression. This is a descending 4-chord ostinato is what this is, right? So it has a shape to it, and you have to get the. So do I do a middle finger roll first? Is that going to give me the shape that I want? No, I don't like that. So this is my C, and I can play it like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. This might be it. It might not be it, but that might be it. Let's see. Yay, death-free Saturday. No deaths before you leave. Well, I understand what you said about the change of the voice type. It's something I find almost annoying in her singing at times. Mind you, my favorite of theirs is most of course song they do. So, Roses Grow is great. I love Roses Grow. I love that one. It's so good. Wait. That's it. That's it, everybody. Sorry, I'm wanting to hear something in my head. I think that's what I'm doing. I don't do it there. I know I transpose this. It is complete now. Two ends of time are neatly tied. A one-way street. She's walking to the end of the line, and there she meets the faces she keeps in her heart and mind. They say goodbye. Tomorrow Wendy is going to die. I do not play it in this key. I don't play it in this key. I swear I don't. Let me think. Let's try it on G. So it's going to be G, D, E. No, F, B flat, C. So that would be. Do I like it there? This is for a certain G. I could go up here. Okay, hold on. So we would go. C's going to go to G. G's going to become a D. And that A minor is going to become an E minor. A, D, E. E minor really is good here. Feels really good here. And that goes to a C. Well, where do I want to play this? Brissa, see you later. You know, maybe I do sing it in that key. Or maybe I just transpose step 1. It is complete now. Two ends of time are neatly tied. A one-way street. She's walking to the end of the line, and there she meets the faces she keeps in her heart and mind. They say goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Underneath the chilly gray November sky, we can make believe that Kennedy is still alive, and we're shooting for the We're shooting for the moon, we're smiling, Jackie's driving by. They say, good try. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Right. We're gonna just keep in that key, right? Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. I told the priest, don't count on any second coming. God got his ass kicked the first time he came down here slumming. He had the balls to come, the gall to die and then forgive us. No, I don't wonder why, I wonder what he thought it would give us. Hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Tomorrow, Wendy is going to die. Only, see now, I really feel like I sing this in a different key. Only God says, yeah, I know, it's just a weird thing. Only God says jump, I set the time, 'cause if he ever saw it, it was through these eyes of mine. And if he ever suffered, it was me who did his crying. Hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy is going to cry. Tomorrow, Wendy is going to die. Hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy is going to cry. Hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy is going to cry. Tomorrow, Wendy is going to die. See, I really do think I sing that in a different key. That's it. I think I sing that in a different key. You know what I think? I really think maybe I capo that. Maybe I capo that on the one. You know what? I'll ponder it. I really think that I think I capo that. I really do. And if I did, let's say capo it on the one, right? That would put me at a, rather than C, that'd be like a, hold on. You know what? Hold on, wait. Hold on a second. I know I was gonna just put that down, but I think maybe, hold on. I think I might have capoed Tomorrow, Wendy on the first fret. That might have been what I did. Hold on. Hold on. see. Let me just see. This is a little off. Every time you capo, it always goes a little bit out of tune. So just give me that second. I really think this might be it. Maybe I don't. It is complete now. Two ends of time are neatly tied. A one-way street. You know, actually, maybe I do. I'm a little off tune, though. Off key. See right there. Actually, I think I capo this. It's a little off, but it might be. I think I might do this actually. Let me see. It is complete now. Two ends of time are neatly tied. A one-way street. Just walking to the end of the line, and there she meets the faces she keeps in her heart and mind. They say goodbye. Tomorrow Wendy is going to die. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Underneath the chilly gray November sky, we could make believe that Kennedy is still alive, and we're shooting for the moon and smiling Jackie's driving by. They say good try. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. They told the priest, don't count on any second coming. God got his ass kicked the first time he came down here slumming. He had the balls to come, the gall to die and then forgive us. No, I don't wonder why, I wonder what he thought it would get us. Hey, hey, goodbye. Tomorrow Wendy is going to die. Tomorrow Wendy is going to die. Hey, hey, good try. Tomorrow Wendy, you're going to die. Tomorrow Wendy, you're going to die. Hey, hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Yeah. Cape on the first fret, everybody. That's what it is. Tomorrow, Andy. No, tomorrow, Wendy. Tomorrow, Wendy. Oh, I forgot the bridge part. I have to keep going. Tomorrow, Wendy, you're going to die. Only God says jump, and I set the time. But if he ever saw it, it was through these eyes of mine. And if he ever suffered, it was me who did his crying. Hey, hey, good try. Tomorrow, when you're going to die. Tomorrow, when you're going to cry. Hey, hey, goodbye. Tomorrow, when you're going to die. Tomorrow, when you're going to die. Yeah, that's it. Everybody, it's capo on the first fret for that song. You know what? I had a thought. If capoing Tomorrow Windy in the first fret puts in a better space for me, what if I do the same thing for Someday? Look, I'm going to go and play Rain World right now. But just in case. Okay, I'm gonna just see if this works. Let's do an experiment together. Okay, what is my note? What is my note? Say it's been. Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Say it's all too much. The thrill has long been gone. Oh, I thought you could. You know, I thought you could. Minor. No, I thought you could too. And to G. Give me a moment. Okay. Actually no, because I'm doing it on capo. So it's say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Say it's all too much. The thrill has long been gone. Well, I thought you could. No, I thought you could. And I thought you could too. But it's a place and time where the years behind a pile of pie. And never mind, it's time to crash and burn or fly. Well, I thought you could. No, I thought you could. You know, I thought you could too. Go to sleep. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime we'll find a way. Some say easy come, some say easy go. Sometimes flies too fast. Some say it drags on all too slow. You know, I thought you could. I still thought you could. No, I thought you could too. If you never find the heart to start all over again, remember I was one. Try to be a friend to you, and well, you know I know I tried. Yes, I know I tried. Yes, I know you tried to. Go to sleep now.
Come on to my house.
Dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? hope, maybe pop up here. And I hope, and I dream, and I pray that sometime we'll find.
Somebody's watching me.
We're in the bridge. I just want to see how it comes coming out of it, so we're gonna go.
Somebody's watching me.
Go to sleep. Let's see here. Go to sleep now. Go on, dream away. Isn't easy, is it, babe? And I hope, and I dream, and I pray. You know what? This might just be a original key. Capo 1. Might be what it is. Testonians! Hello, Testonians! How are you doing? How's it going? I think this might be the key for Concrete Blonde. I think it's actually original key, Capo 1. I don't know why you haven't followed me. I'm just here playing video games. I know it doesn't look like I'm playing video games, but I am. That's what I'm doing. Playing the video games. Yep. Hey, Tested DSF, what were you playing when you got here? What were you doing? Tell me what you were doing. So yeah, that I feel like that's it. Say it's been too hard. Say it's been too long. Say it's all too much. Feel as long been. Yeah, I think this is it. I think we just do it on Capo. Everybody, don't let me forget. Concrete Blonde, Capo 1. Original key, Capo 1. That's the key. That's gonna be it for us. Just, that's our life, right? Okay, now, I'm gonna put my banjo back. Hey there, banjo. Do not freak out on me. Hi, everybody. Welcome in, Raiders. What were you playing? We're playing Rain World right now. I know it looks like we're not playing Rain World, but we totally are playing Rain World. Absolutely. Oh, thanks. I got these pants because these are Thai fisherman's pants, and they're super comfortable. You just are like, hey, I'm hanging out in nice pants. Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, Tested. Also, people, support Tested. Do it. Let me get a shout out. I have done voice acting. I did most of my voice acting in Germany, believe it or not. But I do Tested DSF. Haha! All right. Since we're now playing Rain World, I did want to show you the two other things I have that I did. You're welcome, Tested. So, I was doing this 824-mile bike ride around the perimeter of Iceland virtually through Conqueror's Challenge, who I'm not sponsored by. But when you finish your ride, they give you a medal. And look, this is the medal that I got for completing the ring road. So this here is the medal that I have for riding 824 miles around the perimeter of Iceland. I was not actually in Iceland, and it took me 8 months to do it, but I did it, everybody, right? How cool is that? How cool is that? Right? And like all their medals are just super, super cool. And I'm really excited once we get past the snow time to start their Game of Thrones ones. So I'll be like riding my bike across the Riverlands, apparently. So I did not think I'd be able to get the ride finished before the snows came, but I did. It was hard, but I did it. Proud of myself. And we actually just had snow the other day, but I think I might be able to start riding. I don't know. We will see how it goes, because New England and snow. And the last thing I wanted to give you the show and tell before we play the Rain World is some things came in the mail. Traveler, the World Builder's Handbook, which is very cool. This helps you like build planets. And I've actually have been using this quite a bit because it talks about how to create the economics of a place. I use this for to sort of work out number one sort of political factions and politics and law and legal restrictions. It's really cool. Lots of tables, love it. I got that. I got 3 books in. I got Rim Expeditions, which is about the like outside of the Solomani Empire. So that's pretty fun. We're not gaming there, but maybe I'll be running. Maybe I'll run like a traveler something or other in this other part of charted space sometime. That'll be fun. There you go. It's very shiny, very shiny. And then the last one that I got is Mysteries of the Ancients, which is all about the ancients. Not, but I don't need this for any particular reason, so I wouldn't even worry about it. It's part of a grand trilogy of it's a big campaign trilogy of 3 massive campaigns all strung together, and I think the 3rd one has just been released. I've got to go and just double check. But like, we don't need to worry about that for any reason at all because it's not relevant to us. Nope. Not relevant to us at all. Oh, PB, thank you. I love my banjo. I love my banjo so much. It gives me so much joy. But PB, I've got to show you my electric banjo. I will show you my electric banjo maybe next Saturday. I'll bust out my electric banjo. Everybody, I think it's going to be original key capo 1. I think that's going to be our vibe. So let's let's just keep that in mind. That's going to be our vibe, right? So you're saying 12 more years of Gamblers? Maybe. We don't know. Better have it than need it. Yeah. The cover art's so good. It's really good. I'm really... Thanks, by the way. So officially, look, we're playing the Rain World. In case anybody asks and is like, what are you doing? We're like, we 100% played the Rain World a whole bunch on Saturday. Oh, okay. So here's my challenge. PB said please do. So on Saturday, I'm going to bring out my electric banjo and play it for you. I don't know what I'm going to play on my electric banjo for you. I'll figure it out. I'll play something on my electric banjo for you, and I'll just show you some stuff. This is not the new banjo that I commissioned, though. I commissioned a brand new banjo, which is amazing, and I love it, but this is not the one that I have. This is my old electric banjo, but why is this even my life? But I will, next Saturday, I'll bust out something next Saturday as like a... So, PB, here's the thing you should know. No, I'm totally playing. Look, I've got like a whole half hour of playing Rain World. I have to make a surreal photo for my graphics art class. Ooh, I love surrealism. So I'm going to share some stuff with you. By the way, well, so anyway, as I was saying, well, there we go. Yep. I said, wait, what was the other surprise? Oh, the other surprise was my medal. Was my medal for riding 824 miles around the perimeter of Iceland. I mean, the Wanderer has seen every corner of this world and all it has to offer. The journey beyond is only another step to them. Whew. I die a lot. I die a whole lot. So I feel like that's what this is all about. I feel like it's death. I'm gonna make Renee Magritte's photo. Ooh, nice. Why are they even here? Why? Why are they even here? I don't know what they're on about. I don't know what their life is like. No, get up. For heaven's sakes. My goodness. I don't want to play with them. Yeah, they want to eat. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, yeah. So, PB does not know this, but I'm going to tell you. So there was a thing where like I need to practice my banjo and my music in general, and I need to like just do that regularly. And it's really hard to find the time to practice, you know? And so there was a time I was like, you know what? I should play a song on stream on Saturdays. Like I should play I should play a banjo song. Every Saturday I should do that. And if I do that, then I'm forced to practice my banjo. And I thought that would be a good idea. I should do that. I thought that was awesome. And oops, wrong direction. And then I I just got so busy, I haven't been able to do it. But I feel like I really should do that. And I should just commit to practicing my banjo enough to, I should get back to it. I should get back to playing songs. Like, one song, just one song. So like I played kind of a lot today. Sorry. Because, I wasn't really, what's the word? I've been like low key. All right, there's only one here? What? My life is sad, in case anybody wants to know. In case anybody wants to know. My life is sad. Done applies for it. It was a treat. Oh, thanks. If I'd been like on top of things, Slug has a stick. We'll travel. I hope so. If I were a bit more on top of things, I would have been practicing more diligently before playing for you all today. I feel like I'm getting really good at slug cattingness in some ways, maybe not in others. Okay, so I would like to get to the other side and maybe try to go through that. Nope. Excuse me. Woo. Oh, wow. Hey, I don't know if you noticed that, but there was a secret one there. Not what I want. I don't like any of that. Why? Why do they do this to me? I have never done anything to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never done anything to them whatsoever. I barely even attack them. I usually just hang out. There is no need for them to behave this way towards me at all. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Don't come down here. Don't come down here. Don't come down here. Don't do it. We both know that it's true. Any practice is good practice. This is true. And I just need to, come here. Hey, bats, come here. I need to tell you something. It's really important. What I need to tell you is that I need to invite you over for dinner. I'd like to have you for dinner. And by that, I mean, here's the thing. They're not going to hang out with me, so I'm just going to go and eat from this thing up here. Hello? Could I just like a... Oop. Come here. Am I not... I'm not getting food, And that's irritating me. There we go. Awesome. I need to do this quickly, I think, because I'm afraid that they're gonna jump. Goes back to desk, hope wakes. Oh, tell me about your experiment. Everybody, to the limit. The cheat is to the limit. We have a small problem in our life, and that is there are lizards everywhere on the other end. And okay, we are full up on food. A lizard is coming, which I don't like. I would like to... Okay, here we go. We're going to try to get out of here. What if... Okay, what if... Hear me out now. What if, weirdly, we could not die? What if that happened? Nope! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Oh! What happened there? Oh! Something happened. I don't know what it was. No! I don't have anything to throw at him. I would like to, Don't die. Do not die. I am not here for you. I'm not here to be eaten by you. I'm here to escape. I'm pressing my buttons. I'm pressing buttons right now. I'm pressing buttons really hard to like try to get away from this person. Yeah, I was too slow to capitalize on that glitchiness. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Don't get closer to me. Go down. Go down. No! I'm having a mix of orange juice and cranberry juice because that's fancy. It was a good day. Do not complain. It sounds like you may have had subconsciously wanted to practice with reactions where there's help focus. Yeah, I think, yeah, no, you're right, Vulpes. Yeah. Can't use hinges on the mimic screen, so experimenting with neodymium magnets. Oh, gosh. That sounds really fancy, Hawkeye. Well, that's me. More death. I wonder how many times we could die in a half hour. I see so many things in this game that makes me think they didn't finish the game. During a slide, quickly tap the jump button. I don't actually know how to do a slide. Yeah, just a side note, I don't know how to do a slide, so there's that. By the way, I'm actually kind of excited by this new information that maybe what I need to do with Concrete Blonde is to just capo one, because if that is true, do not like my life, do not like my life. Hey, on the plus side, I'm getting better at not... Oop, didn't do it. I spoke too fast. Golly gee willikers, people. What is even happening here? Do you know what I'm saying to you? What is even happening here right now? All right, what do we have? All right, look. We currently do not have any... Okay, well, that's fine. What is up? What is even up? What is even up? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't even know. It's fine. It's fine. Anyhow, what I want to tell you is that... Oh, we were doing some Concrete Blonde today. I'm gonna... You know what? You have given... Oh, why? Why even? Well, just remember, you have... That's a... Well, the thing is, I've got to see if it'll work, because sometimes they don't work. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're like, oh, will this work? And then it doesn't work. And you're like, dang it. Okay. Whoop. Did you see how cool I was? I would like to point out for the record that I was super cool, clinging to the wall. I feel like I have gotten better at Rain World. I don't know if I've gotten great at Rain World, but I feel like I've gotten better at it. And I'm very proud of myself for that, at the very least. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at least I'm not as miserably bad as I used to be at it, and I feel good about that. Their song Happy Birthday is a good song. Well, that was an interesting thought. Do I have to switch direction? Ooh. Hey, I don't see a lizard, but I do see lots and lots of bats. And I am excited about eating lots and lots of bats. Come here, bat. I need to talk to you. And what I say when I talk to you, I mean eat you. Oh, what if amazingly I don't die right now? Wouldn't that be so cool? Yes, it would. Okay, everybody, this is not a drill. I might, oh no. No! Down, down, no, no! I know that I was very excited there for a second. I was wrong. I was wrong. It was a drill. It was a drill. I thought that it wouldn't have been a drill, but it was. It was absolutely a drill. It was not even just a little bit of a drill. It was a massive drill. You're confident that I will reach the story within the next month? Well, I appreciate your confidence, Atomica. I mean, maybe. Y'all, I want you to know that I no longer have any tuna casserole, which is sad because tuna casserole is delicious. Why don't we get ourselves ready for this? I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they want to hang out with each other like this. But, go! Ho! Hey, everybody, I've got lizards up at my business. And lizards everywhere. Oh, nope. I'm dead. It's cool. Cool. Crow's like, I don't believe there is a story here. I think that's a lie. I think that I was told that the cake is a lie. Who believes that? I mean, oh, dang it. I want cake. I don't have buttermilk. The chieftain embraces strength and community in the unknown. They have become part of this world, and with their new bonds, they will survive it. Did I make my chicken? I did not make my chicken adobo. I did not have time yesterday, but guess what? I'm going to make my chicken adobo today. After I get off of stream, I've got a bunch of work to do, but I am going to go and make chicken adobo today. This is oh no. Not fast enough. You're getting pretty good at making that jump from the vine to the pipe. Yeah, I think I'm getting really good at that, right? I really do. Oh, I want you to know that because of your 2d6 run on stream, I started looking for a solo. Okay, wait. PB. You just said that you are looking for a solo RPG to play on stream. I have played numerous solo RPGs on my stream, and I'm kind of slightly obsessed with them at the moment. And I have tried almost every major style of solo RPGs so far. There are a couple I haven't. I haven't yet done an emulator, Mythic. So I've got to do Mythic. There are a couple of big and important solo RPGs I haven't done yet. I haven't yet done 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, which is right there, and I will do. But here's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you this. This is really important. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Just tell me what you want, what you really, really want. You really, 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 what kind of style of Zig a Zig Ah do you want? Because I can give you recommendations. I need to tell you, PB, my life, what I live for. What is it that gives me joy in my life? What makes my heart sing? What makes my heart sing is giving people recommendations for things that they will love. Like, it's a puzzle. First off, it's a puzzle, and I love puzzles. And the puzzle is how to figure out what is the best thing to recommend to somebody based on their likes and desires and wants, etc., etc. So, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Give me some feedback and thoughts, and I will recommend some solo RPGs for you. I will do it. Just tell me stuff, and it will give me the greatest joy in my life to recommend some solo RPGs. Like, look. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? I'm telling you. Also, if you don't know what you're looking for, I can give you thoughts to help you figure out what you're looking for. I'm so excited. Speaking of the cake, I had to make a party image for my computer art class. I made a video game rendition of The Last Supper. Oh, that's cool. GLaDOS is one of the guests. And thus we have come to an end of this week's play of Raid World. It's just right here. I would like to point out that I've been doing so well getting food, and then I died. Because I feel like they're cheating. PB, please know, I am full of recommendations. Like, okay, I'm going to tell you some stuff right now because I don't know how much you know about the solo RPG world. Like, maybe you know everything, I don't need to tell you anything. That's fine. Then I'll tell you nothing. But if you don't know stuff, I am happy to tell you things. Like, there are a lot of different, there are like a bunch of different subgenres. There are a couple major ones. Other people would tell you, give you different categorizations, but I will not. Eat. Oh no. Let's not go out there. There's a lizard. Let's get those. Let's get those fruit up there. Let's do that. Oh no. Oh, no. Down. Excuse me for a moment. We've got a bit of a problem here. Down. Keep going down. Nope. Go. Just run. Run now. Go. Run. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it doesn't look like we're going to get another one coming at the thing. It's... Okay, it's fine. Oh, no. Ah! I need cake. I haven't missed any deaths, have I? Have I missed any deaths? You know, absolutely nothing. I was, in fact, wholly uninterested in the genre as a whole, but watching your enthusiasm on your solo game was inspiring. I'm looking for a system that inspires story or solving mystery. Okay. So, PB... Sorry, you just, like, put me in my happy place right now. All right, so we're going to keep playing Rain World Undying. I feel like I might have missed a death, so I'm going to put one more in because I feel like I missed one. So, PB, let me tell you about the main sorts of genres of solo art. Pouncing towards the wall, then tapping the jump button directly in impact while holding toward the wall. Pouncing toward a wall, then tapping the jump button directly on impact while holding toward the wall will greatly increase the rebound force of your wall jumps. Yeah, I feel like I'm all over the place there. Okay, so I'm going to give you some like thoughts and basics, and you can think about them and see what you're thinking, and then I will give you more recommendations because I've kind of really fallen in love a little bit with these solo RPGs because there's some really cool stuff going on. So, of the styles of solo role playing games, there are a couple of like major. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Well, let's go down. Oh, let's go down here. This is the worst place for you to ever be, and I don't want to be here, so not great. Woo! Hey, I got through that. So when it comes to solo RPGs, there are kind of a couple different genres of solo RPGs to think about. And oh, I think. Oh gosh, PB. I'm gonna have to give you like 1,000 different recommendations. I want you to play all the different styles and see what you think about them because it's really interesting. So the very first style I would say, oh man, stop that. The very first style of solo RPG is very, very old. It's like OG original style. And the OG original style is basically sort of like a choose your own adventure book where you're like, there's like a big story, you're solving a mystery, uh, you roll your dice, you've got a character sheet, but it's very much like they're usually very, very, there's a story that you play. Oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Go, go. No. No. Hey, guess what? I'm in trouble. I made it out. So they are like choose your own adventure novels. That was very much like the standard for a lot of the early RPGs where they wanted you to learn how to play the game. And those are really fun, and I think you might like those. But those are very much, there is a story that you're playing through. It is like a choose your own adventure novel. Which, by the way, with good ones, there are really good stories. And I would recommend, for example, the Call of Cthulhu ones. Those are very good. I think they're great, and I can wholly recommend them. So that's the style one, which I can recommend. And then the next style is, they're called like journaling. Now, I'm going to say that some of these are better than others, but they're kind that are basically card based, where they give you a setup and then you've got cards to play, and like usually a regular deck of cards, and they'll say like, usually like the cards themselves are questions. So you have the setup, and then you pull a card, and the card's like the King of Diamonds, and if you get a King of Diamonds, that means you need to answer this question, and then if you answer that question, then it basically you are yourself telling a story, and you tell the story based on the questions. Quite many of those are quite good. There is an expansion of that called The Wretched, and there's a whole slew of solo RPGs sort of inspired by The Wretched, and those are also card based, but they also use a Jenga tower. So in those, you use a Jenga tower oh man, that's not my joy right there. That is really not my joy. Every time, like basically every time you have to do like a special move, you have to pull from the Jenga tower, and if you, this is inspired by Dread, and if the tower falls, you die. Those, by the way, those are very intense, very nice story games. I think those are very good. Thousand Year Old Vampire is also a journaling game. So there's a bunch of these games where you are given prompts, and then you tell the story of what happens. Those are good. Then you've got some games that are, oops, are Iron Sword and Starforged is great. Those are more Oracle driven, where like whenever a question comes up, dang it, you consult an Oracle, roll some dice. So that's like Iron Sword and Starforged, very, very good. I highly recommend it. I'm doing an ongoing campaign of Ironstone Starforge whenever I'm in break between seasons. That's very good. But then you have a bit like you have some of the more tactical ones, like that are made specifically for RPGs, like Rune, which is very very good. That one's fun. Uh, Let me see what else. There are the classic. There are these classic emulators. One is called Mythic, and it's like you just play a regular RPG, but it has mechanics where like whenever you need to figure. Oh man, oops. Whenever you have to figure out what happens, then you roll dice. Oh gosh, there's so many good ones. Oh, do you have a genre? Do you have a genre? Oh, if you have a genre, I can help you out. The stealthy ones are definitely cheating. That's what I think. Who has died more often, Sean Bean or Slugcat? Slugcat, absolutely. Like that one's easy. And maybe Sean Bean just barely. The difference is ideally Slugcat will live to the end of the story. Bean never. Yes, that I think is fair. By the way, I do not think we yet have all the food we need. Oh, I'm not making that jump. Come on now. Oh, PB. What is happening here? What is happening with that jump? Did you see me saying to you? Something's happening there. I think Sharp lived. Did he live? I think he lived in, I mean, he doesn't always die. He just dies a lot. No. Sometimes, I just don't, sometimes the button doesn't click. Oh, PB. PB, I need to tell you, we need to have a whole conversation about solo RPGs. And I need to give you 18,000 recommendations because there's so many good ones out there. That's all I'm saying. I'm so excited right now. Look, I have really fallen in love with solo RPGs, and I've picked up so many of them recently. I've been kickstarting a lot of solo RPGs, and I do not know what's going on with my controls, everybody. It is not me. I mean, maybe it is me. It's very possible that is me. I would like to not mess around so much, though, because, you know, dying to everything. Like, why did that not work? Strange. Oops, I just ruined my... oh, no, it's good, it's good. Watch out, PB plays this like this. It's a slippery slope, but it's a great slope. It's a slope of joy and goodness. Okay, here's what's going to go on right now. I just want you to know what's happening is that I'm going to eat these bats, and then I'm going to go. We're going to go and we're going to at least end the game, end our stream, at least back where we started, I hope. Oh, everybody. Not to get too excited here. I think we're going to actually end where we began, but with fewer deaths. I'm cleaning the dark. Oh, okay, PB. No. Okay, once I get off this stream, you and I are going to get onto a Zoom call. Right? Look, when I finish this stream, in like 10, 15 minutes, you and I are going to get on a Zoom call, and we're going to talk about it. Okay? We're going to... Oh my gosh. PB. You and me on Zoom. Zoom. Yes, that's what I meant. You and me on Zoom together. We're going to be talking about some solo RPGs. I've got recommendations for you. I am so excited. Oh, PB. I've got you. I can't hide it. So there's a lizard right there that I would like to avoid. There we go. Here we go, lizard. Hang out with me. Woo! So no, No. There we go. Nope, none of that. None of that. Here's the big question that I have. The big question that I have is, will it be possible for me to not die right now when there are 2 lizards right there? And I don't actually have any armaments. Yeah, this is where it falls up. There's a lizard in your home. This is where it all falls apart. Lizards everywhere, but not a drop to drink. I'm being a little bold right now, even though I know it's only folly. Woo! Sorry about that one. Oh, PB. Okay, I'm gonna give you a list of a very short list, like not a long list, but like a really short list of ones that I think will give you like a, oops. I'm gonna make a very short list of 3. I'll give you 3. 3, I think, will be perfect. I'm concerned that there's a stealthy one over there that I don't see. That's my concern. Like, what if there's another stealthy one over there? Going back up. I don't like where we're at right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like this is a safe space. I'm going to give you 3. I'm going to give you 3. And, yeah. PB, I give you 3. And it's going to be great. And we're going to talk about it. Ooh. 15 minutes, PB. And then it's on. I've got things to show you. Oh, PB. Sorry, I'm kind of in my solo RPGs are great phase, which I feel like is normal. I also feel like I'm gonna die right now. Oh! It was right there. But only if I've gotten some food. You know, it's gonna work itself out. So that's it. We died. I was correct about dying. I died. So, wait, more death. How many times have we died? I should have quit while I was ahead. You're right, I really should have. So we died 8 times today, which is really good. But in the span of 30 minutes, which is not so good. But we had a lovely time, you know? It was 8 times. You're right. It was 8 times. 8 times in 30 minutes. It's great. It was a short stream. We only streamed for like 2 hours today. Sorry about that, but people at work want some stuff, and they want me to say that it's okay for them to have the stuff. And I'm like, is it okay though? I mean, is it okay? I have some questions about that. So we're going to have an emergency meeting tomorrow to talk about the things that they want. And they want me to say it's okay for them to have the things. And I don't know. I'm not certain about that, actually. But, so that was us. We died. We ended the game in badness. But got to play the banjo a little bit. I'm going to go and, like, really ponder that capo. I wonder what it would be like if I capoed it on, like, 4. C, D, E, E. Blues is an E. You know what? I'm not going to think about it, because next week I'm going to bust out my electric banjo for a song, and then we'll play more Rain World. That's it. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm so sorry I missed Thursday. I need to get back into the Disco Elysium, and I hope that there won't be madness this time around. So let me see. You can find me next Monday on Wandering DM's channel at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Montreal by Night, where we're going to find out what happened to my character who diablerized someone. Look, I'm going to tell you, I knew as a player that that was a bad idea. Because mechanically, you are punished for dabblerizing if you have low humanity, and you're rewarded for dabblerizing if you have high humanity. But if you have high humanity, why would you dabblerize anyone? So they kind of put you in a catch-22 mechanically. But and while I know that, my character does not know that. My character does not know that there's a mechanical trap for you. And so my character would have done that, even though I knew that the odds of surviving that dabblery attempt were very low. Did I roll well enough? It's a good question. We'll have to find out on Monday if I rolled well enough to survive that dabblery attempt or if I didn't. And you'll just have to find out. You just have to find out on Monday. And then Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I should be here for Disco Elysium, because if they keep me late, I'm going to be very annoyed because I want to play Disco Elysium. And then Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, it will be back here for part 3 of 2D6 Dungeon. I actually fixed that one thing that I wanted to fix on the macro that I was working on, so that's pretty cool. I've got that fixed. I realized I cannot automate double checking because you can shift. And because of the shifts, I just have to do I'll do what I already have. I'll just make it look nicer. But I'm gonna get and make some tables so that we can like just click a table for the for like coming into a room. I think there are a couple of tables that we would be using a lot, and I can just make those tables, and I think that'll be easier. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit of work to make 2D6 Dungeon a little bit easier, flow a little bit nicer, and I don't think it'll be too much work at this point in time, actually, because I think I've done stuff. I think most of it now is just aesthetics and some tables, but and making some NPCs. But basically, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think next week will be really fun. I like the music, the sound that I got for as background for the game. I'm feeling really good, actually. And now that I'm in a pretty good space for 2D6 Dungeon, that means I can turn my attention back to trying to get my little system finished for the arena, the GURPS arena, and getting ready for Traveler. So those are the two things that I'd like to do in the next 2 weeks, and I'm feeling good about it. Actually, I've got a lot of schoolwork to do today, but I think I'm going to go and talk to PB and make chicken adobo. And I think I'm also going to maybe do a little bit of nice game work because there's some stuff I need to do. And it's going to be great. So I will see you all. So if level 2 is the 70s, level 3 is punk, or is it 80s pop? It's a good question, actually. You have low humanity but high potency. Dabblery is still good for you. But no, because the problem is that, so I had 3 humanity going in. The minute you dabblerize somebody, you lose 1 humanity, so you go down to 2. Then you roll your blood potency, which is only 2, plus your humanity, which is 2 for 4, versus their resolve and whatever it is. And you have to beat them. If you beat them, you get 5 XP for each success more than theirs that you have. And remember, you're going up against somebody who probably has, I think it's versus their humanity. Anyway, and if they beat you, you lose 1 humanity for every success they beat you by. And if you hit 0, you become a white. Oh, actually, sorry, that's not true. If you hit 0, they possess your body. So going into a dabbler at humanity 3, automatically dropping to 2 means they only need to beat me by 2 successes before they possess my soul. And when you have so few dice to roll, because you're at 4 dice only, it's not great. Yeah. Oh wait, level 3 was the graveyard. Every goth knight, yeah. So I think that's the thing, right? Because If you have low humanity but high potency dabbers, yes. But you have to have really high potency, because then you're just like, I don't care about the people. And it's hard to get high potency, you know? Anyhow, you'd have to work on that one. Anyway, you'll have to find out what happens to my character. Oh yeah, you're talking like 4 to 6. Yeah. Absolutely. That's pricey. It's pricey. It's doable. I suppose if you start dabblerizing young, like when you have high humanity, you start dabblerizing then, that you can like build up your potency and then get to a high enough potency that you can just keep dabblerizing. Well, you're gonna have to stop sooner or later because it's an automatic reduction in humanity by 1 every single time you do it. So you have like a limited amount of dabbler that you can do, but if you start early, you can do it. You know. Okay. So that's it, everybody. We did like a 2.5 hour stream, a nice little short one with way too much banjo. I wonder if what happens if I was caping on 2, right? Yep. Mm. Well, once you're only buying humanity 2, it's not that expensive. But the problem is, Krellin, you can't buy humanity without taking yourself out of the game for a year, minimum. Uh, is there such a thing as too much banjo? No, there is never too much banjo. Yeah, so that's the problem, right? That you can't just buy humanity. You have to turn away from vampire life for a year, do selfless acts, and then also spend the money on it, and basically they just make it kind of impossible to regain humanity. Which is funny because there's a part in a book that says you shouldn't embrace being a monster. You should always try to sort of get your humanity back. And I was like, but you make it basically impossible to do so. I'm going to rework that. No, it says so. Buying humanity is only an optional rule, and staying out of vampire society as is also optional. Where's my? Oh, I can't see there. Hold on. I distinctly remember saying that that's what you needed to do to get there. I think the option was that GMs could waive that, not that it was that them themselves were optional. Let me power off this. Turn off my PS4. At the storage, um, we'll argue about it on Thursday. Yeah. Uh, yeah. We'll look at it. We'll just double check it. Anyhow, I think it's pretty punishing, and actually, I don't think their humanity rules work properly. I think that they I think that they started with a really good idea, but they didn't finish it. I think they needed to follow up on it. I'm going to think about it. Anyway, I'm going to go, because I'm going to go and talk to PB about solo RPGs, and then I'm going to do a little bit of schoolwork, and then I'm going to do some gaming work. That's me. Thank you for being here. You can find me at Trooper SJP here, and then on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hey, how you doing? You can find me on Trooper SJP at Blue Sky, Academic Foxhole on Twitter, Patreon, and also Fourth Wall. And also we have a Discord, and that's it. I'm going. You're great. We'll talk about it later, everybody. Y'all are wonderful. Catch you on the flip side, everybody. Ciao.